Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. I was just so excited to jump into lesson 19, I almost forgot to do the exit ticket from the homework pages. So, without further ado, let's jump right into those. Let's start with Jimmy being our very first one here. And I liked Jimmy's here because he has some nice work shown here. Uh, First of all, showed that he turned his work, his decimal, into a fraction of 44 tenths, knowing it's tenths because that's the smallest place value. Okay. And he kept this one as 16 hundredths, but then ended up turning that as he knew over here, he turned it into 16, right? And what is that going to be in the hundredths? So a little work to find it, but I do see that work here. This expression here is beautiful because we know that since this one's in the tenths and this one's in the hundredths, right, there's our 10 times 100 to give us 1,000. So this expression looks awesome. And then he went off to the side and multiplied it here. I do see that he crossed off the ones place when he finished and put a 0 in there, knowing that everything's going to be 10 times as big. And when he multiplied correctly to get the 704. What I liked with this one here is that he put it on a place value chart, and it can be a quick sketch of one if needed. It doesn't have to be a full-blown, beautiful looking area, or excuse me, place value chart. Here he's quickly sketched one. I see his decimal point right in here, right? And he shows that it's going to move all his numbers of 704 is moving 3 places. Why is it moving 3 places? Well, that's because he has 1,000 in here, or we can say that it's 10 to the power of 3. So moving 3 places, I can see it moved 1 place, it moved 2 places, it moved 3 places, that 4. So excellent work. That decimal didn't move, so it's going to be 0.704. He ended up writing it up here in the original expression, right, and put it in decimal form. Really excellent work that we have right there. Our second one that I'd like to show comes courtesy of Jacob. And Jacob didn't use the place value chart, but I do see that he knew that, again, 4 and 4 tenths, working in the tenths place, there's our tenths, right? And there's 44 of them, having to unbundle the 10, a 10, a 10, a 10 to give you 40 of them. He did the same here in 16 hundredths, knowing the smallest value is 100. So we wrote 100, and how many hundredths are there? 16. Again, lined everything up, neat and organized, multiplied correctly to give 704. He put it back into a fraction form and then turned it into a decimal. I know some of you may be able to do that mentally. Great. If not, do what Jimmy did in the previous slide there and show that place value chart. Ultimately, this is the correct answer with the decimal point. Right? Some of you tend to put a 0 in here as well. That certainly would work. There's just no value in the ones place. So, once again, thank you for joining us for a real quick review of the homework problems. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here to help, at least virtually. I want to help. That's what I'm here for. All right. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.